Play Tecmo Metal version.
Delicious freshly brewed coffee comes at a price. It's $1. Go to McDonald's and get $1 any size coffee or $2 small specialty beverage. And every 6th McCafe beverage is free with our app. Wake up and win the day.
I'm gonna fight you.
I'm sorry, what? Peaches don't fight!
He's gonna whip them bad.
Without a doubt.
The whole school's into it. We're gonna tailgate.
He's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Hashtag teacher fight.
You really think I could win? All it takes is one punch.
Is that too hard? Because it felt awesome.
Fist Fight, rated R, February 17th.
When I wake up in the morning light, I pull on my jeans and I feel alright. I put my blue jeans on.
You're doing great, honey.
When I wake up in the morning light, I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Some mountains you climb. Others you knock down. Coors Light. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
Michelle Tafoya back in Kansas City, and after being held to 4 field goals in the first half, I asked Mike Tomlin, how can you get in the end zone? And he said, just keep doing what we're doing. Nothing new, no new plays, no new concepts. Keep doing what we're doing and do it better. I'm not going to make up something that isn't there. Now to Heather Cox.
Michelle, Le'Veon Bell's patient running style has been the focus for the Chiefs defense all week. With Justin Houston telling me the worst thing we can do is wait. If we do, he'll make us miss. But so far, the Chiefs haven't been able to execute the game plan with Bell running for over 100 yards in the first half.
All right, Heather, here is Bell, and he's got a lot more here. Look at him off to the races again before he gets dragged down. He's still going and dragged down to the 36-yard line. Ramik Wilson, the linebacker, runs him down finally, and that is a gain of 38 yards to the 36-yard line.
This line is getting displaced. These double teams are moving guys back, so these linebackers just can't find a spot to come through there, and Le'Veon Bell is so slow to the hole, it's giving this bigger, better offensive line from Pittsburgh a chance to displace and move the defensive line of the Chiefs.
Bell 167 yards on the ground last week against Miami. I mean, it looks like the play is over, and he goes to the 30-yard line. Again, waiting and waiting, and seeing what develops out in front of him. That time a gain is 6. He now has 145 yards tonight.
Watch him skip. I mean, this is what you do down the sidewalk. Let's wait. All right, stand up. All right, let's give Pouncey a little chance and then run through. I have never seen it. I've talked to 100 people this week and asked them about that running style. They all say the same thing. I've never seen it, but it works.
Skip to Mazuma. No, never mind. Second down and 4 from the 30. Again, it's crazy to watch, isn't it? Very close to a first down.
You know what's interesting, though, is that Mike Tomlin, his whole life, high school, pee-wee, football, whatever, his whole life, everybody told him that he was wrong. That he was wrong. That running style was wrong. Mike Tomlin went up to scout Kirk Cousins at Michigan State and met him for the first time and watched him on tape and said, I love your patience. It about knocked Le'Veon Bell over. The fact that here's an NFL coach that finally got what he was doing.
21 carries tonight. He's been a big part of their passing game during the season, but tonight only 1 reception. And Roethlisberger throws, and that's incomplete. Second and 10. Most rushing yards in a player's first 2 postseason games. Well, Arian Foster, then of the Texans at 285, and Bell right now 316, and he still has almost a full half to go.
And so much of this story is because of Le'Veon Bell. The Steelers keep converting on third downs, and the Chiefs have yet to convert on third down. 0 for 3 in this game.
2-to-1 ratio in plays. Pittsburgh has run 46. The Chiefs have had 23. 2nd and 10. They give it to Bell again. So a little bit of yardage here to the 24. Wilson in on the stop.
Nicely done by Ramik Wilson this time. He's going to avoid the block of Marquise Pouncey. This is something they have not been able to do much of. Attacked and went up and made the play. So here they are again for the Pittsburgh Steelers. As dominant as they've been, they have been getting stuck in this end of the field and kicking field goals and basically keeping the Chiefs in this game.
4 field goals and a pick. 6th drive inside the KC 30. 3rd and 9. Ben dumps it off. And this time it is Bell unable to get out of the backfield, and that will set up a 5th field goal attempt for Boswell.
It's really remarkable, isn't it, that Bob Sutton's defense can just do this time after time. They've done it all season long, and they've really done it tonight, Al, with very little help from the pass rushers. We have not seen Tamba Ali. We have not seen Chris Jones. We have not seen Justin Houston or Dee Ford have much of an impact on this game at all.
Barely called any of their names. 43-yard attempt. And for Chris Boswell, he has just tied an NFL postseason record. 5 field goals done for the 11th time. 10:06 to go in the 3rd. 15-7 Pittsburgh.
The 2017 Kia Sorento monitors your driving environment with available intelligent features like a lane departure warning system, advanced smart cruise control, and blind spot detection. Not to mention it was named a 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus, so it helps protect you in more ways than one. The 2017 Kia Sorento.
How do you stay fresh in a world where tastes and priorities are always changing? If you're Subway, you start by removing the artificial preservatives, colors, and flavors from your food. Support hundreds of growers, including many family-run farms. Serve customers 390 million pounds of fresh veggies. Offer packaging that's better for the planet, and use your size and resources to create healthy change around the world. Because the best way to stay fresh is to never get stale.
Alexa, ask Tracker to find my phone. Okay. Oh no.
Alexa, pause. Alexa, resume.
Alexa, ask 1-800-Flowers to order Tina Roses.
Okay. I can't protect the people that I love without hurting other people.
You looked me in the eyes while you were twisting a knife in my back.
Shades of Blue returns March 5th on NBC.
Tonight show this week with Jimmy Fallon. The great Michael Strahan will be there. There is Michael Keaton. He is a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I know he's sitting on pins and needles tonight. The Tonight Show with Jimmy, all this week on NBC. Hill from the 3-yard line. And the coverage is very good to the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh Steelers, you go through the last 10 seasons or more, North American pro sports, baseball, the NBA, NHL, none. And then you go to Pittsburgh, the Steelers, Chuck Noll, 23 years, Bill Cowher, 15, Mike Tomlin, 10 years. So you've got 3 guys who have coached the Pittsburgh Steelers, 6 Super Bowls. There is Bill Cowher. Mentioned that he was here. He was also the defensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs back in 89 through 91, which led to his getting the head coaching job at Pittsburgh. The screen set up here to falling down is Spencer Ware. You know, you look at the Steelers, 3 coaches in almost a half century, sometime in the near future, the San Francisco 49ers will hire their 4th head coach in 4 years.
Not that you're bitter.
Well, no, I mean, I'm pointing it out as a fact. But I mean, you talk about stability, solidness, and all of the rest. It's Pittsburgh.
No question about it. And of course, it helps to have 3 great coaches, right? I mean, all 3 of those guys have been tremendous. But it's a great tribute to the Rooney family. Their patience, and what do they tell Mike Tomlin all the time? Just be yourself. We hired you for a reason. Be yourself.
Tyner at age 34. And Smith throws deep downfield, but incomplete. Chris Conley, and now you've got a flag at the 40-yard line. So will the fans finally get the result they're looking for? Tomlin saying it's uncatchable. It was over his head.
And then Andy Reid will say it's uncatchable because Ross Cockrell pushed him.
And Carl Cheffers will let us know momentarily.
Pass interference. Number 31 defense. Automatic. First down.
Clearly knocked him off the path of the ball. And that was exactly what the Chiefs needed. Mike Tomlin's never going to buy into that one. I'm not sure it would have been catchable, but he got knocked so far off the path, you'll never know. Oh, here we go. Tomlin with, he's going to coach him up now. This young secondary and young players in general that Mike Tomlin has developed on this team have made a huge difference in this second half run. Sean Davis, who's trying to calm down Cockrell right now, one of those young players.
But we were back in Seattle for a minute. From the 38-yard line, first down is a 3-yard run up the middle here for Spencer Ware. That'll make it second down and about 7 or 8.
Yeah, and one of the young guys we've been talking about that's simply a superstar on the outside now is Bud Dupree. Remember, this is a guy that really has had very little training whatsoever, but he had that kind of explosiveness at the University of Kentucky, and yet you didn't see him finish plays there the way that I thought that he might be able to. He's always the best athlete on the field, and yet here under Tomlin's system, under Keith Butler, the defensive coordinator, you're starting to finally see it.
Second down and 7 from the 41. Smith pumps and he's going to run. You know, you go back to 2012, Chris, to your point, the Steelers, and defense has always been their hallmark going back to the Steel Curtain years. They were old and slow.
No doubt.
They were the oldest. As you look at it there, the Steeler defense, average age of the starters, now they're the 11th youngest, building through the draft. They started 3 rookies last week.
And speed, you know, youth and speed. Ryan Shazier, one of the fastest linebackers. There's Artie Burns, very fast out of University of Miami. Sean Davis added speed on the back end. Bud Dupree. They now are a very explosive defense.
Third down and 3, and it is Ware who takes the snap, the direct snap, and picks up the first down. Lined up in the diamond formation, they snap it to Ware, and he picks up the first.
They just switched positions, basically. Spencer Ware now the quarterback, and Alex Smith the tailback. And here they go, running a little read option. I told you Spencer Ware back in Cincinnati at Princeton High School was a option quarterback and showed a little bit of those skills there.
Halfway through the third quarter. 47-yard line. 3-man rush, 8-back pass is incomplete. 1 hop by Sean Davis. It'll be second and 10.
Yeah, just a misread there by Tyreek Hill. He's so fast, but it's those little nuances like that that keep him off the field. He just had a linebacker sitting inside of him. You just have to turn and sort of work away from him. He worked back inside. Alex Smith had no idea where he's going.
Ben Roethlisberger trying to get to his 4th Super Bowl. Second and 10. Here you go again. Hill blazing in motion. Very close to a first down. Most guys just, you know, kind of trot or amble in motion. He sprints.
Take a look at this, Al, from James Harrison's perspective right here. This is going to come so fast across here. You either have to take his head off or worry about Alex Smith, and it's a split-second decision. and then all of a sudden then they'll bring Kelce back around and do the little shovel pass. This is a great package right now. They don't block the outside linebacker and just play games with him.
Harrison still looking for the number on the license plate. 3rd and 2 at the 39-yard line. Kelce sets up on the right slot, and now you've got a whistle before the snap.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Cannot do that. They're finally got themselves on a roll. They got the penalty. 3rd and 2. You're down in possibly 4-down territory if you wanted to run it twice. Just a huge mistake.
3rd and 7 now, back at the 44.
Travis Kelce still with just 2 catches. He is typically the go-to guy. Now set off just to the right.
In the slot, 5 receivers. 4-man rush, and that's enough. And there's James Harrison. Gets the sack back at the 49-yard line, 4th and long.
I don't know how you beat Father Time, but this guy has. At age 38, he's been the best player on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Let's just tell exactly how it is. He's their leading sacker. He spends $350,000 a year taking care of his body. Some of the most bizarre acupuncture, dry puncture, cupping, whatever it is that anybody can put in front of him, he does it, and he's playing great.
$1,000 a day. Colquitt's punt. And this is going to pin the Steelers very deep, so a perfect kick. They'll spot it at the 2. 5:12 to go in the 3rd. Harrison gets the sack. Another one. 15-7 Steelers.
I checked, everything's there. Wait a minute.
Hold on, I can explain.
Gotta have a good answer.
Switch to Geico and you could save a ton of money on your car insurance.
Why did you say so in the first place? I thought you was wearing a wire.
Why would I wear a wire?
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Ready, down, put.
Thanks for not running me over. You mean again? Just take it to the house.
Hello, Mr. Ortiz. Do you have a tax question?
Yeah, I'm teaching tennis on the side now,
Oh, that's nice.
but I'm going through a lot of balls. Can I deduct them?
In your case, yes. You can enter your expenses right here.
Oh, cool.
Hey, David.
Are you ready for your lesson? Just like that.
Oh, okay.
It all comes down to this. This is do or die. The conference championships. And we've got it all covered 24/7 with Hall of Fame analysis and exclusive access.
Everything you got.
All week long. Nobody does championship week like NFL Network.
The Pittsburgh Steelers begin this drive from their own 2-yard line. A little over 5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Winner gets a trip to Foxborough to meet the Patriots next Sunday and a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Nix is the fullback. Bell is the running back, and Bell's going to get stuck at the line of scrimmage. Ramik Wilson, 53, having a nice night, makes the stop. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Ramik Wilson is the one guy who has consistently attacked Le'Veon Bell tonight. He just continues to attack the line of scrimmage, and as Le'Veon dances, he's often there to make the play. Now Le'Veon Bell can't dance too much, because you certainly don't want to give up 2 points.
And at the kick from the 20. 8-point game, 2nd down and 10 from the 2.
Extra offensive lineman in for the Steelers.
And a fullback. And And there's Bell. A little hurdle move. Gets him out of the shadow of the goalpost to the 11-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1.
There's his buddy, Roosevelt Nix, the big fullback. They think he's made a big difference for Le'Veon Bell. He missed 6 of the first 8 weeks with a bad back. Here's a guy that was a defensive lineman and a good one in college. And now he says, oh, it's easy to handle 250-pound guys. I used to play against those 300-pounders all the time.
3rd and 1 from the 11. One more time, and this time they're going to stuff him at the line of scrimmage. Big stop, forcing a punt from deep in their own territory. Zombo makes the tackle, and for the first time in the game, the Pittsburgh Steelers will have to punt.
Big Chris Jones, who may be one of their best defensive players, able to stand them up in here. Nicely done. They finally get a little bit of pressure up the middle. That was Jarvis Jenkins as well, and that delayed style didn't work that time, and we have seen a lot of chippiness on the outside.
Jordan Berry, his first punt of the night, and he kicks it away from Hill and out of bounds. Not bad for an angled kick, and they'll march it out to not as good as they originally thought. 47-yard line of Kansas City. 3 minutes left in the third. 8-point game.
You got your mom's side, just become side. You got it. I never thought I'd get married at 65 side. Hey, I'm just looking side, and you better buy that ride. Whew. This wide is nationwide. They help to know, protect and grow your many sides. Yeah, nationwide is on your side.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
The last hour, we've seen several coordinated attacks.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
Wait, I'm American.
Under God.
I'm a Michigan man.
Indivisible.
No.
With liberty and justice for all.
The morning cup of coffee. It's the last thing you want the guy driving ahead of you to drop in his lap. Thankfully, you drive the next generation Kia Optima with available autonomous emergency braking. It helps prevent life's little accidents from becoming accidents.
Tell me what you believe in, Brian. I see a man who is wired to protect others. It's how you're built. It's who you are.
This divisional playoff game on NBC being brought to you by the 2017 Kia Sorento. Learn more at Kia.com. By Samsung Pay. Turn your phone into your wallet. By Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. And by AT&T. Well, it's Green Bay, Atlanta. In the NFC, it's New England against the winner of this one in the AFC. 15-7 is the score. Chiefs start in good field position after a 35-yard punt from the Pittsburgh 46. Smith deep downfield, and Kelce can't hold on. Kelce's their #1 receiver has not caught a ball since the first quarter. Knows he should have had that one.
Oh, this is killer because they've got the matchup they want. They have Lawrence Timmons, the middle linebacker. He can't stay with Kelce, and Kelce can't hang on. Give a little credit to Mike Mitchell for coming over with the hit, but that was just a drop, and that was what they've needed. They have basically taken away the two big threats as they did in the first matchup. Kelce and Hill, no real factor so far.
2nd and 10. Play clock at 3. Good protection, but good secondary coverage. Forced out of bounds by Dupree. Yeah, he's right there. He hit Moore last week, Matt Moore of Miami, and got fined for it. Go back to week 4. Take a look at what they've done with these 2 guys in the 2 games.
Yeah, it's sort of Belichickian, isn't it? They take away the star players on the other team and make somebody else beat them. So maybe now Andy Reid needs to say, okay, if they're going to play those guys tough, who else can step up and make a play for me? Chris Conley's made a few in the past. Jeremy Maclin. Haven't seen the other guys making plays either. Really, they have very little offense to speak of so far tonight.
And really no running game. 47 yards on the ground as opposed to 164 for Pittsburgh. And Smith is going to get wrapped up with the blow it dead though beforehand because
First charge timeout.
Ooh, timeout was taken.
Kansas City.
And then now the officials are coming in saying, hold on a second, because Kelce is joined with somebody.
When the play was over, Travis Kelce decked one of the Pittsburgh Steeler players.
After the play, unnecessary roughness, number 87 offense. 15-yard penalty, 3rd down. Timeout was called by Kansas City.
You know, he's a hothead. He's done it before. He got kicked out of a game earlier this year.
Costly penalty here.
Just want to find a used car without getting ripped off.
Start at thenewcarfax.com.
Show me used trucks with one owner.
Pretty cool.
Show me the Carfax.
Start your used car search at the allnewcarfax.com.
Chili's has always had great deals. Now 3 courses for just $10. Choose from entrees like ribs, burgers, fajitas, and new house smoked chicken. Then get a house salad and a mini molten cake, all for just $10. Chili's, chillin' since '75.
In a world that needs a hero, justice is spelled B-O-X.
Say hello to a powerful tool that gives you options to fit your budget. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know that an insurance-themed comic book is what we're looking for.
Did I mention he can save people nearly $600? You haven't even heard my catchphrase. I'm all done with this guy. Box him up.
That's terrible.
In a world known for sunshine and showtime, stars will rise.
Say hello to my little friend.
The 2017 Honda NHL All-Star Game on NBC.
Next Saturday, Premier League on NBC. 2 great soccer houses collide. Manchester City taking on Tottenham. 12:30 Eastern Saturday on NBC. Back down to American football in Kansas City. 3rd and 20 after that penalty. Moves them back to the 44-yard line. Smith hangs in the pocket, beat down the sideline, and it is caught. Tremendous catch by Jeremy Maclin right at the marker, which should be a first down. Needed 20, I believe gets 20 as they'll spot it. First down.
Watch how early this ball is thrown by Alex Smith, about a yard or 2 before the break, and he gets it in. How do you convert that one? So the huge mistake by Travis Kelce has just been saved by Maclin and Smith. What a play.
We talked about Kelce and Hill being the guys, they've taken them out. You need somebody else to step up, and Maclin steps up there. Kelce, who was out the last play, is back in. The ball at the 36-yard line. And nothing happening on the left side for West. Let's go back to Kelce's penalty when he knocks Cockrell to the ground.
And remember, he's frustrated, right? He dropped the long pass down the field. Now you're going to see Cockrell just sort of give him a little shove at the end of the play and then stand there. Great job by Cockrell. Believe me, NFL players practice that all the time. You mess with a guy, you say a little something, you give him a little bump, and Justin Houston went crazy on the sideline over there. We practice that. We talk about it. You can't beat us.
Andy Reid wasn't too thrilled either. Second down and 11 from the 37. Quick throw, gets down in a hurry. Caught there by Chris Conley. And that'll make it third down and 4 after a gain of 7 yards.
There you go. Now they're doing it. Now they're starting to spread this thing around a little bit more. And Andy Reid, he knows his tight end's frustrated at this point. Tyreek Hill's been having a little bit of a tough time. So now they're starting to get it to the other guys. Macklin with a big catch. Conley with a big catch. Wouldn't be surprised to see him engage Spencer Ware a little bit out of the backfield.
Dominated by Pittsburgh, the numbers. Total yardage, time of possession, but still a one-possession game. 15-7, big 3rd and 4 here at the 30. Waning seconds of the quarter. 3-man rush, and the pass is incomplete. Wilson, who has scored the game's only touchdown, can't hold it in 4th down and 4. William Gay covering on the play.
It's playoff time. You have to make those plays. It's nicely done. They clear out with Travis Kelce. Andy Reid, beautifully designed play. Got him right in behind. Good throw. Got to catch the ball and turn it up 1 yard.
So the Brazilian, Cairo Santos, with a 48-yard attempt. Santos's kick is good. With 10 seconds remaining in the quarter, it's 15-10. Back to Arrowhead in 30 seconds.
Water. Every day, women around the world spend millions of hours just collecting it. Stella Artois has partnered with us at water.org to help provide access to clean water to women and their families in the developing world. We can be the generation remembered for ending the global water crisis once and for all. What do you want to be remembered for?
Pairings next weekend. CBS has the late game. Winner of this against the Patriots. Fox has the earlier game, Green Bay beating Dallas today, so the Falcons get home field. One more game in the Georgia Dome, Green Bay at Atlanta. And then in 3 weeks, it's on to the Super Bowl in Houston.
Troy and Joe have to get their blood pressure medicine out after calling that one down there today. That was fun.
Yep. What a game. And our friends, Mrs. Nance and Sims, will be in Foxborough as we wrap up our coverage of Sunday Night Football. We didn't think we'd have a Sunday night game this week, but we did. We're night creatures, you know that. Santos. This is a bouncing ball fielded at the 6-yard line. Sammy Coates will run it back. Wide receiver by trade. Back out to the 30-yard line. Let's go to Heather.
Al, when Alex Smith found out that less than 1% of foster kids graduate college, he was motivated to do something about it, and he has. The Alex Smith Foundation has helped 23 former foster kids graduate. Smith is the Chiefs nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year, presented by Nationwide, which will be awarded Super Bowl weekend at the annual NFL Honors Ceremony.
Thank you, Heather. And a worthy candidate. Been dealing with Alex for years. All class.
All class and wants this victory.
Yeah.
Here's a guy that has been sort of the other quarterback to the Ben Roethlisbergers and the Tom Brady's and the Aaron Rodgers. He just wants a shot.
Well, overall #1 draft choice by the 49ers back in 05. Bell takes it to the 32, and that takes us to the fourth quarter. End of 3 with the score of Pittsburgh 15, Kansas City 10. This divisional playoff continues after these messages.
Over 70 million Americans have made This Is Us the #1 new show on television. And this Tuesday, an extraordinary new episode will show you why.
He's pretty much perfect. I've seen what else is out there.
This Is Us, new Tuesday on NBC.
Your Louisville area Ford dealers are kicking off the auto show with special savings. Now, for a limited time, get $1,000 auto show cash on Ford's award-winning lineup. Keeping families safe and giving them more for their money. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. And with auto show savings, there's never been a better time to shop. Now get a special $1,000 auto show cash on many of our great cars, trucks, and SUVs. Hurry to your local Ford store now.
Your home. It's more than a place to lay your head. It's where you have room to grow and a place to gather. Your home will see sick days and game days. It's where ideas are hatched and where practice makes perfect. Your home is where pillows fight and where dreams take flight. Your home is a collection of little moments that make big memories. Come to Ashley Home Store and design the home that's right for you with the latest styles, the greatest selection at the best savings. Ashley Home Store. This is home. AshleyHomestore.com.
Your world revolves around them. Ours does too. When it comes to your child's health, we're there to share your victories and losses and do our part to make their world and yours better than before. We work together to keep kids curious, happy, and growing stronger. That's the way we've done it for decades, and that's the way we will keep doing it. Norton Children's. Every age, every stage, every step of the way.
Check out the no money down lease at Jeff Weiler Toyota in Clarksville.
There's downtown Kansas City. Tonight's aerial coverage being brought to you by Geico. Arrowhead Stadium, KC, Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya, Heather Cox with you. 15-10 is the score. Pittsburgh has a second down and 9 as we begin this quarter from their own 31-yard line.
Pay attention to Eric Berry on the defensive side. He is their playmaker.
And a lot of big ones this year. And that's caught over the middle. After the 45 goes Eli Rogers for a Pittsburgh first down. Well, Eric Berry, here's a guy, he thought his career was over, maybe even his life a couple of years ago, contracted lymphoma. Not only overcame it, then came back last year, had a phenomenal year. And once again this year, he's on to another Pro Bowl.
Made so many huge plays, obviously made another one here tonight in this game, but basically won the Atlanta game with a few of those plays that he made. 2 returns, 1 for a 2-point conversion on the defensive side, 1 for a touchdown.
There's Bell, little skipping around. Out to the 49 goes Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell, by the way, with a little skirmish developing for a second there. 157 scrimmage yards per game this season. That is the 3rd highest in the history of the league. Number 1 would be Priest Holmes, who did it for the Chiefs back in '02, and O.J. Simpson would be second with the 75 Bills.
I'm telling you, though, they're starting to bottle him up a little bit. You know, he's been dancing, but nothing's been popping open here lately like it was early.
2nd and 7 from the 48. Quick toss, screen set up here. That goes to DeMarcus Ayers, who makes his first catch of the night. He's a rookie. They picked him in the 7th round out of the University of Houston. Brought him up from the practice squad about a month ago.
Yeah, he and Kobe Hamilton and a lot of guys out there. But if Marcus Peters is going to play that far off, they're going to go automatic to those screens. They simply had him outflanked. Nice job by Roethlisberger to recognize it.
3rd and about a half a yard. Give it to Bell. And you need a yard, and he gets you that to move the sticks. 28 carries, 166 ground yards for him.
So much of this offense is built around David DeCastro, the Pro Bowler. Nice push off of Chris Jones and then get up to Ramik Wilson, who's been the guy who's been stopping Le'Veon Bell on some of those plays. Really had one bad game all season long against Philadelphia and Fletcher Cox, and he's not the only one.
An offensive line coached by a Hall of Famer, Mike Munchak. What a job he's done with these guys as Roethlisberger pump fakes, fires over the middle, and then is caught, and then is Jesse James, who gets unbelievably free and takes it to the 21-yard line. Right down the middle for Jesse James, having a big night. 5 catches for 83 yards. That one good for 23.
The dreaded pump fake from Ben Roethlisberger. Everybody jumped to the underneath coverage because that's where he pumped. And then Jesse James wide open in behind it. There is nobody in this league that does that pump fake like Ben Roethlisberger. I can't believe the ball doesn't come out of his hand.
Been doing it for 13 years. Been part of that great draft class of 04 with Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers. Roethlisberger, the 11th overall pick. From the 21 now on first down. Well, again, it's amazing to watch him run to the 19. It'll be second down and 8.
They're starting to use their defensive linemen in a tighter alignment now, trying to clog up those middle rushing lanes, and then stacking Ramik Wilson right in behind them. See, they're kind of not quite the Bears front, and then there's Wilson right there. So they're trying to keep him clean. Let him go and dance back there with Le'Veon Bell and react up and make the play.
Second and 8 from the 19. Under 11 minutes remaining in the fourth. Roethlisberger fires and incomplete over the middle at the goal line. Eli Rogers cannot pull it in. Been a little frustrated there. Third and 8.
That was some recovery by Steven Nelson, the slot corner. You had Eli Rogers fake hard inside. Nelson got off track and then goes up and then just recovers in time.
Roethlisberger thought he should have had it. Third and 8 from the 19. Blitz coming, then in the pocket, and he's going to go down at the 24-yard line. He gets twisted as well. So Roethlisberger gets sacked here. Fourth down.
Complete coverage sack. It was a great job. The offensive line blocked long enough down the field. They had coverage across the board. There's Wilson on Le'Veon Bell, who has to be exhausted by this point. Jesse James covered up, nowhere to go. And then finally it was D Ford who came first. And then Jarvis Jenkins.
So a 43-yard attempt, if he makes it, it'll be the most field goals in any postseason game in NFL history. And he is able to bang it through from 43 out. He's accounted for all 18 points as Boswell, and it's 18-10 Pittsburgh.
The 2017 RAV4 with Toyota Safety Sense Standard. Toyota, let's go places.
I used to ask if you could hear me now, but I switched to Sprint. Their network reliability is now within 1% of Verizon. And get this, with Sprint's new unlimited plan, you have the freedom to do virtually whatever you want.
Is there no worrying about gigabytes, megabytes, overages, bill phobia?
That's the dream right there.
Well, then Mama is gonna text, ping, post, tweet, snap.
Can you hear that?
Get unlimited mobile optimized data, talk, and text. Plus, get $800 to spend any way you want when you switch a family of 4 to Sprint. That's $200 for every line you bring.
At Coors, we lager, filter, and package cold for a cleaner, crisper taste. Because every climb deserves a refreshing finish. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
Looking for clear answers for your retirement plan? Start here. Or here. Even here. And definitely here. At Fidelity, we're available 24/7 to make retirement planning simpler. We let you know where you stand. So when it comes to your retirement plan, you'll always be absolutely clear.
Time to think of your future.
It's your retirement. Know where you stand.
This Friday.
Sir, I think you have the wrong car.
M. Night Shyamalan
He's got split personalities. He's going to kill us.
unleashes his most twisted thriller yet. Someone's coming for you.
Who's coming?
Split. Rated PG-13.
NBC's divisional playoff being brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places by Fidelity Investments, by Sprint. Visit sprint.com, and by Coors Light. Whatever your mountain, climb on. There's Matt Ryan. There's Brady, of course. Aaron Rodgers. What a game that was today. Some moments from postseason. Arrowhead Stadium. They're hoping that their ball club can find its way to Foxborough next week. 18-10 is the score. Hit by Boswell is dropped in the end zone, and then Hill will down it there.
It's kind of the way the night's gone for these two superstars. Travis Kelce all night long has been trying to work his way open against these two inside linebackers. Not a lot of luck. There's Lawrence Timmons running with him down the field. And of course, we've seen this one now a few times. Cost his team 15 yards. And there's the speedster, Tyreek Hill on the outside. This is a Pittsburgh defense that has only allowed 2 touchdown passes thrown to receivers more than 20 yards beyond the line of scrimmage all season. That's the lowest total in the NFL, and it's showing up again here tonight.
Check this formation. You have 4 receivers set to the right on first half of the 25. Now they break that as Wilson goes in motion. Smith fires over the middle, finds Kelce. He gets free, and Kelce, a tough guy to bring down, out to the 49-yard line. Travis Kelce, that's a gain of 24.
So you get the stack formation over here, and you're going to have guys basically disperse across once Wilson goes in motion, fake the screen that way, and come back the other way, and maybe this will get Kelce going. It has been those kinds of plays. It's almost been when Hill has been the decoy that it's opened up more space in the Steelers' defense than anything else.
That's his 3rd catch in the night, first since the first quarter. That's Hill set wide to the left. Working on the ground. Good run here. And a first down for Spencer Ware. Tackled by the safety Mike Mitchell. Gain of 10. First down, Kansas City.
A little bit of the mobility that time of Alex Smith, I think, just held James Harrison for a fraction of a second on the backside. But this is a good team. He's going to try and come down, but you have to honor the fact that Alex Smith is a mobile guy. And that's one of the few good runs we've seen so far out of the Chiefs tonight. They need more.
Chiefs only 57 ground yards from the 40. Play action. Going for it all and turning around. It's incomplete. Jeremy Maclin looking inside, pass to the outside. The rookie out of Miami, Artie Burns, covering. Second down.
Just a killer. They've got this wide open down the left side here. Perfect position, inside man coverage, and I know what Smith was trying to do, drop it in over the outside shoulder, but he had him beat so badly. If he just gets it out in front of him, it's a touchdown. So we have seen already, didn't see Tyreek Hill and completely misses that time with a big opportunity.
Second and 10. Again, going deep, same spot, incomplete. This time it's Artie Burns covering Hill. You got a flag down back at the 47-yard line.
Foul, face mask, number 32 offense, 15-yard penalty, second down.
Oh, that's Spencer Ware hanging in there to block. It gets called for the face mask foul.
Ryan Shazier, one of the best blitzing linebackers, and you're going to see right here Spencer Ware trying to pick him up, gets away, gets the hand on the face mask, and here go the Chiefs walking backwards again.
15-yard foul, making it second down and 25, back at their own 45-yard line.
This has been a sensational performance tonight by this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. They have been getting better and better and better. They transitioned to their youthful secondary, a couple of young guys up front, and they have been sensational tonight.
Keith Butler, the defensive coordinator. Smith again, deep downfield, and that's It's caught at the 38-yard line. Kelce gets it there. So on a 2nd and 25, they get 17 of those back, setting up a 3rd down and 8.
It never ceases to amaze me, and I'm sure Keith Butler as well. You got them 2nd down and 1,000,000. You run a little crossing route underneath your linebackers, and they all react up, and they work it in behind to the most dangerous receiver on the Chiefs.
Butler was the longtime linebacker coach, and then when Dick LeBeau left to go to Tennessee, he got the DC position. Halfway through the quarter, it's a 3rd and 8. They're 5 wide. Timmons looking. Smith pressured. Chased by Harrison. And that forces him to throw it away. So Harrison able to come from the backside finally. Again, a great coverage by that secondary, and it's 4th and 8.
Let me remind you that James Harrison is 38 years old. He got a sack fumble that turned the first playoff game against Miami, almost doing that. He came from coverage back on the back end and ended up getting the pressure. Once again, there goes Tyreek Hill down the middle of the field, and they don't see it.
So it's 4th and 8, the ball at the 38. They have to go for it here. With 7:11 to go in regulation. Again, they go 5 wide. High snap, but Smith comes down with it, fires, and it is Chris Conley converting at the 26-yard line. Huge play.
The other receivers, right? The other receivers have had to step up, and that just could not have been a bigger play. Andy Reid has seen enough playoff losses in his day. He goes for it, takes a big chance. He dials up a guy that doesn't have a ton of catches for him this year. Huge play.
2nd catch for Conley tonight.
Conley's a big guy. He's like 6'3". He is a little different looking out there on the field. Do they give him more chances now?
Got Hill lined up deep in the backfield. 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They give it to him. Averaging 11 yards per rush this season. This time he picks up about 3. Shazier makes the tackle, 2nd and 7. Harrison for the moment out of the game.
Well, he ran about 200 yards on that one pressure. Back in coverage, all the way back around. They have plenty of depth at that outside linebacker position. But once they settled on Dupree and Harrison, that seemed to be one of the things that turned this defense around.
Jarvis Jones taking Harrison's spot, #1 pick back in 2013 out of Georgia. 2nd down and 7. 5 wide again. Quick toss, Wilson on the outside, and the man who scored the game's only touchdown is still on his feet, but then gets corralled and stopped at the 25-yard line. And that brings us to a 3rd down, 3rd and 9.
Whew. He's one of those guys that when he walks in the room, he gets your attention. I asked him to show his pass rush move to me one time in one of those production meetings. I said, and he said, well, this is how I try to break the guy's arm. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, when I'm rushing around the corner, I want to take his and twist his elbow, and he did it about half. I said, okay, forget it. That's good.
With a scowl, too. 3rd and 9. Clock down to under 5 minutes to go. 4-man rush. Fired over the middle and dropped. Chris Conley, but a flag comes in. 2 of them, you see them both as Conley gets whacked. Sean Davis, the rookie out of Maryland. This is a helmet-to-helmet call, I believe. And now Macklin's going to get into it with the secondary, and let's see about the call. Meanwhile, you got another flag came out. When you throw a hat after you've thrown a flag, that's another penalty. Meanwhile, you got Conley still down on the ground at the 2-yard line.
There was the rookie, Sean Davis, who came in helmet to helmet on a defenseless receiver. No question, it's the right call. Now, what happened afterwards, we shall see.
Personal foul, illegal hit on a defenseless receiver, number 28. Defense. That penalty will be enforced. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. 1st down.
So whatever came in afterwards, not announced. Meanwhile, all the attention right now on Conley. And it's going to be first and goal from the 1 yard line. Well, not the 1. It comes back out to the 12 yard line is where the penalty gets enforced. Meanwhile, let's check on Conley. You got Tomlin going over things with Davis. Like a former secondary coach. Back after this.
Who's that guy? Now, why did he do that? Now, who's that?
This season, put interrogators on mute.
Babe, I honestly don't.
With more choices on McDonald's all-day breakfast menu. Now starring your faves, like buttery biscuit sandwiches, mouth-watering McMuffin sandwiches, and sweet savory sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles.
Now what? Can we do this more often?
Now get more choices on McDonald's all-day breakfast menu.
If John Wick isn't dead, he soon will be. You stabbed the devil in the back, and now he's coming again. You working? Afraid so. Whoever comes, I'll kill them all.
Put a little purple. John Wick, Chapter 2, in theaters February 10th.
Hey, bud. Hey, Dad.
Sorry I'm late.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Bill.
Hey, thanks for having me over.
We sincerely hope you accept our offer of a full scholarship.
This is great. Love you, Mom.
Love you, Dad.
Good job.
Toyota. Let's go places.
The fate of the world is in your hands.
We're gonna die.
To our pretty corpses.
Do you have what it takes to be crowned a Madden 17 Club Series champion? Check it out, NFL.com/Madden-NFL. Happy to report Conley goes back to the sideline. The helmet-to-helmet is a personal foul, so it's half the distance to the goal line as opposed to pass interference, which it was not, which would have given them a first and goal. So it's half the distance. The ball is at the 12. They talked to Conley on the sideline. Harrison is back in the game. That timeout was good for him. Kendrick West is in the backfield. And they floated to him, and he makes the catch, and West will take the ball to the 7-yard line. Davis and Mitchell make the tackle. That'll make it 2nd down and 4.
Perfectly executed play there. They brought the slot blitz off of that side, and the wide receivers, they're just blocking down the field. But this is the point in time now where we've seen Alex Smith start to run the football. 3 touchdowns in the last 3 games running.
Sean Davis on a knee and inside the boundary, so it's going to be an injury timeout situation, meaning he's going to have to come out of the game for at least 1 play.
Well, you saw 28 Davis come in, and he did hit him with his head first. I don't know exactly what happened to him.
Jordan Dangerfield comes in to take his place. Puts up that one finger in the can. I got to come out for 1 play. Should be back in for the next one.
Yeah, and
big 2nd and 4.
Dangerfield, not a bad player, especially in run situations for Keith Butler. He played quite a bit a week ago.
Happy to tell you Conley is back in the game. So he passed the protocol. He's in the slot to the right. Hill is in motion. Here's a little shovel pass to Kelce. And what a great tackle by William Gay. Great play by Gay, making it 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, you're going to see Kelce come through here. We saw Larry Fitzgerald score a touchdown on that one a season ago in the playoffs, but somehow I think William Gay, who's been covering in that slot all night long, just had a sense for that when they hit it for a big play earlier. That was a huge tackle, and you have to think the Chiefs are going for it, even if they don't make it here.
You do. Sean Davis back in the game. Where is the running back? It's 3rd and 2. Rolling is Smith, and looking and throwing, and that's incomplete. So you got 4th down now, intended for Demetrius Harris, and with 3:29 to go, he has to go for it.
Yeah, that's a tough play. Anytime you try and go roll out against a zone defense, you just pack all those defensive players on that half of the field, and there's just nowhere to go. Man teams, maybe sometimes that ends up working, but here we go, and this is now the biggest call of the game for Andy Reid, end of the season.
And meanwhile, Kansas City will use a timeout. And that's big, because if they don't make this and Pittsburgh gets the ball, they can only have 1 timeout. They will get the benefit of the 2-minute warning, but it's conceivable that Pittsburgh could run it out all the way to the finish line.
Yeah, a little surprising. You had to believe that they knew they were going to go for it on 4th down. But this now, for Alex Smith, his mobility in some way, shape, or form is probably going to come into play here. The read option stuff, all the options off of that, that's when they've been at their most effective down here. But you also know the Pittsburgh Steelers have been watching that same tape too, so they know it's coming.
Longest drive of the night in terms of plays and yards. This will be the 12th play of the drive. Hill, bottom of the screen. Fake it to him. Smith rolling and then throwing, and that's going to be a 1st down. Anthony Sherman, they brought a fullback into the game, set him up to the left side, and he's able to pick up the 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1.
They capture your attention with their fastest guy, Tyreek Hill, coming across, and then the fullback is going to go back the other way, probably the least covered guy on the field, and they hit it. Great call that time by Andy Reid.
First catch of the night for Sherman. 2 for 2 on 4th down on this drive. 3 receivers set to the left. Inside handoff. Going to the end zone is Spencer Ware for the touchdown. Two-point game and a 2-point conversion to come.
Just going to see him make the read right across here. James Harrison was right there in the hole, and it forced Ware to bounce around. Nice run for him, and here we go. A season on the line for the Kansas City Chiefs.
How is this for a playoff doubleheader today?
I can't imagine some kind of fake or something that Tyreek Hill won't be involved here. He is by himself at the bottom of the screen.
5 receivers. 4 of them set to the right. Smith looks left, then he throws. Caught, touch with the 2-point conversion with a flag. Demetrius Harris makes the catch. He got a penalty though.
Holding. Number 7,
and it's going to come back.
10-yard penalty. The try will be attempted from the 12-yard line.
Eric Fisher is 6'7". James Harrison maybe 6 feet. He dips underneath, and watch what Eric Fisher does. He gets him hooked around the shoulder pads, a little grab, the official's right there, and those 2 points come off the board.
They come off the board, and it moves the ball back to the 12-yard line. So they need 12 yards to tie the game. Hill sets up on the left side. Kelce on the left side as well. Smith to try to tie it. It is batted away in the end zone. Sean Davis, who was guilty of that helmet-to-helmet, busted up, intended for Macklin. 2-point game, 2:43 left.
The 2017 RAV4 with Toyota Safety Sense Standard. Toyota, let's go places.
What about this guy?
This guy's been through a lot.
Dogs bring out the good in us. Pedigree brings out the good in them. Feed the good.
I am totally blind. I lost my sight in Afghanistan.
If you're totally blind, you may also be struggling with non-24. Call 844-844-2424 or visit my24info.com.
So, if you have a flat tyre, dead battery, need a tow or lock your keys in the car, Geico's emergency roadside assistance is there 24/7. Oh dear, I got a flat tyre. Yeah, can you find a take where it's a bit more dramatic on that last line, yeah? Yeah, I got it right here.
Someone help me! I have a flat tire!
Oh, it's good for me. What do you think?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
When superheroes battle above...
Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
Everyone knows. Watch out below.
You seriously can't tell the difference between a bird and a plane?
Powerless premieres February 2nd on NBC.
2:43, so play head coach right now. If you're Andy Reid, do you try an onside kick? The kicking team this year recovered 11% of the onside kicks. That's about 1 out of 9. Or do you kick off? You have one timeout as he goes over things with Dave Tobe, the special teams coach. One timeout plus the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, you talk about pressure postseason. Kansas City trying to win a home playoff game for the first time since 1993. Pittsburgh trying to go to the AFC Championship game and get to their 9th Super Bowl. They are anticipating, the Steelers are, as you can see, obviously the onside kick, which would have to go 10 yards.
There's a lot of space down there. If you wanted to pooch it and let it bounce around down the field, use the 2-minute warning, use your timeout. A lot tougher to call plays when you're backed up, because if you throw an interception down there.
Well, Santos is going to send it down to about the 8-yard line, where Justin Gilbert goes all the way back to the 5, and then the ball for a moment looked like it was ready to come out. Eric Murray made the tackle. So they pin him deep, but now it's all a matter of the clock. 2:38 left in regulation.
AT&T offers all your live channels and DVR on your devices data-free. It's entertainment your way.
Wendy's is adding the double stack as an option in the 4 for $4 for a limited time. With over a quarter pound of fresh beef, that's a deal so good it should not exist. Like bumblebees should not be able to fly because their wings are too small.
That's unbelievable.
A deal so great, it's impossibly good.
Hey, bud.
Hey, Dad.
Sorry I'm late.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Bill. Hey. Thanks for having me over.
We sincerely hope you accept our offer of a full scholarship.
This is great. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. Good job.
Toyota. Let's go places.
We got a strike. We gotta go mine. We gotta go mine.
On January 27th.
We're sitting on the largest gold find of the decade.
Get rich.
They're taking over the mine.
Or die trying. Matthew McConaughey. Gold. Rated R.
If there's a bad outcome, does this become an international incident?
A risky procedure with global implications.
This is Mr. Shea from the Chinese embassy. It's an emergency.
Chicago Med. New Thursday at 9, 8 Central on NBC.
There again, the brackets. The winner goes to New England on the AFC side. Green Bay goes to Atlanta on the NFC side. The ball's at the 5-yard line. The Pittsburgh Steelers. 2:38. Kansas City 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning. Here's Bell. Threading. Picks up a couple. The Chiefs want to take their timeout here, and they do.
Yeah, a couple things to keep in mind down here now. You're sitting here at a 2-point ball game. So obviously a safety, but if you have a holding call in the end zone, if you have intentional grounding in the end zone, all those are worthy of 2 points. And how much courage do you have? These are some great players on the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. How much courage do you have to throw the ball in this situation, knowing a sack fumble, a safety, a hold back there, any of those things, an interception is a shot at a field goal for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, I don't throw it here because this is going to take it to the 2-minute warning. And Kansas City's out of timeouts. 2nd down and 8 from the 7. And they are going to throw it. Play action, and it's going to be caught at the 11-yard line by Eli Rogers. So it turns out fine for Pittsburgh because that's going to take the clock down to the 2-minute warning. It's also going to set up a 3rd down and 4. And the bottom line is if they convert, they can run the clock out. If they don't, they'll have to punt. You got Hill going back there, no question about it, to return it. And then Kansas City could win it with a field goal. So a lot of stuff going on, but that will all come on the other side of the 2-minute warning. A fight to the finish at Arrowhead. Pittsburgh 18, Kansas City 16.
This is life. No football. This is football.
First down.
Maybe not enough life. And this is the perfect balance of football and life.
Watch the 2016 NFL playoffs on NFL Mobile, data-free with Verizon. Plus, get our best smartphones only $10 per month when you trade in your phone.
Discover Card? Customer service? Ma'am, this isn't a computer. Wait, you're real? With Discover Card, you can talk to a real person in the U.S. like me, anytime. Wow, this is a recording.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
100% U.S.-based customer service. Here to help, not to sell.
Who amongst you goes by the name Fenwick? Tell me, and the rest of you will be spared.
I am Fenwick. I am Fenwick. I am Fenwick.
Hey, Fenwick, you seen my shield? This has got vertical stripes on it. Mine had horizontal.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
The tension is rising. The critics are raving. And this Tuesday, The Wall is just getting started.
I love you, and let's create a future for our kids.
The Wall, all new Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on NBC.
Volkswagen postgame report coming up. Michelle on the field, stars of the game. Bob breaking down the brackets to look ahead to the championship games next weekend. Meanwhile, it comes down to this. It's a 3rd down and 3. Ball to 12. If they convert, it's all but over.
Cannot jump off sides here.
Roethlisberger surveying, buying time, throws, caught, ground at the 19-yard line. Antonio Brown, first catch of the second half. Wow.
Antonio Brown just too fast. He's going to come across. You're going to see Justin Houston drop underneath this thing. And he's right there. He's right in the throwing lane. Ben saw him, bought enough time for Bell to work around him, or Antonio Brown to work around him, and converted the biggest third down of the season.
And they can run it out. So Brown, who had 5 catches in the first half, was blanked in the second half, and the Pittsburgh Steelers can begin to think about Foxborough.
Timeout, Pittsburgh, a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout with the play clock running down.
And to answer our own question, how much courage did Todd Haley, the play caller, have? A ton. He threw it twice in that sequence.
So you've got the Killer Bees, and then add a fourth tonight. You've got Roethlisberger, Bell, Brown, and how about Chris Boswell? There have been over 500 postseason games, 534 in the history of the league. It's the first time somebody's made more than 5 field goals in a game. Boswell, who joined the team last year, took over for Josh Scobie, has kicked 6 tonight. So you've got a ball game tonight here in Kansas City, Chris. You had 2 touchdowns in the game, both by one team, and they lose.
And a holding call to keep it from going to overtime likely. They had the 2-point conversion. They converted on 4th down a few times. But the old man moves on. James Harrison, and for Andy Reid.
Postseason, well, the postseason frustration just continues. Andy's coached now in 23 postseason games, and he's going to have a record of 11 wins and 12 losses. Back to the holding call.
The 2-point conversion, and it's that guy right there, James Harrison, that draws it against the former #1 overall pick, Eric Fisher. Take 2 off the board. Can't drive it in there on the next one. And for Todd Haley, the play caller for the Pittsburgh Steelers, fired by the Kansas City Chiefs as their head coach. How sweet is this one for him?
Very. So this will do it. 1 kneel down, and the Pittsburgh Steelers run the table at the end of the regular season, win their last 7, beat Miami, come into Kansas City, beat them on the road, and will play for a 9th Super Bowl trip next Sunday.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Great respect between those 2 guys as the Steelers win it by a score of 18-16. So coming up next, it'll be the Volkswagen post-game report after these messages from your NBC station.
In a world known for sunshine and showtime, stars will rise.
Any questions?
From the creators of the Winter Classic.
Let's just say I have some unique skills.
The blockbuster event of the season.
You're gonna need a bigger net.
Hockey goes Hollywood.
Say hello to my little friend.
The 2017 Honda NHL All-Star Game on NBC.
Next on the Agents of Play. When you want to have fun, you have to walk the walk. So why not take a walk on the wild side and put a little play in your day with scratch-offs from the Kentucky Lottery?
Lease the 2017 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $449 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
Different flavors make the world go around.
And now try the flavor of hot honey mustard on the boneless wings meal. Served with crinkle fries, Texas toast, and a 22-ounce drink. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's. Indescribably good.
Next on the Agents of Play, the AOP are taking a bite out of boredom, and victory is sweet. Get a little taste of excitement yourself, and put a little play in your day with scratch-offs from the Kentucky Lottery.
Accurate and precise. When it comes to weather, Kevin called it.
Welcome to the Volkswagen Golf All-Track Post-Game Report. Here now, Bob Costas.
Well, as Al Michaels said, one team got both touchdowns in the game, but the other team got a playoff record 6 field goals from Chris Boswell, and that team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, notches a very impressive road playoff victory. This one deeply disappointing for the Kansas City Chiefs, who went 12-4, who had the playoff bye, who were sitting at home and ready, and they usually do so well here at Arrowhead, and they lose it, and their season ends with the Steelers moving on. Here are your stars of the game. Chris Boswell with those 6 field goals is one of them. Le'Veon Bell, for a second consecutive week, sets a Steelers playoff game rushing record. Had 167 last week against the Dolphins. Goes 3 better tonight against the Chiefs to 170. And James Harrison, not only the elder statesman of the Pittsburgh defense, he is the oldest defensive player at any position on the defensive side of the ball in the entire league. And the 38-year-old tonight had 6 tackles and a sack, and all 3 are with Michelle.
Bob, thank you. James, you guys come on the road into a very loud and raucous environment. You take Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce basically out of the game. How did you guys do it?
We wanted to come in first and foremost and stop the run. Once we did that, we felt like we'd have a great opportunity to put pressure on the quarterback. And, the coaches just put together a good game plan that, would help to try and limit those 2 guys.
You've been playing more snaps as the season goes along, and now you head into the most important game, AFC Championship game at New England. What do you expect from yourself and from that matchup?
I'm just go give everything I got, and let the cards lay where they fall.
You are the elder statesman, and you've done it on this young team. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's turn to Le'Veon Bell, who someone just told me was the MVP of this game. You just continued to move the ball against a team that all week was determined to stop you. Why couldn't they stop you?
Man, those guys up front did a great job. You got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Obviously, Ben putting us in the right plays. The coaches putting a lot of trust in me to get the job done. Just me running hard. I just picked my spots where I could and run hard.
I know you guys want to enjoy this win, but you got to get ready for New England. You went up there before. You were productive. No Ben Roethlisberger in that game. He did not play. What do you expect this go-around with Ben in there?
I think it's going to be a showdown. Obviously, 2 great quarterbacks going head-to-head. Obviously, 2 of the best teams in the AFC, so it's time to settle it next week.
Congratulations, Le'Veon.
Thank you.
Let's turn to maybe the guy we're going to start calling the 4th Killer Bee. Chris Boswell, you set a new NFL postseason record for field goals in a game with 6. When I say that to you, how does that sound?
It sounds even better just coming off with a win. Personally, record or no record, as long as we walk off this stadium with a win and on to the next round is all that really matters to me.
What was it like to be the guy that everyone was relying on to put up points because your offense couldn't get in the end zone?
It was just about doing my job. Come out here, put it through the yellow pipes, and don't really think too much. Don't think like I'm the guy or anything. I'm just out here doing my job and doing my 111th for the team.
So you don't want to be a killer bee?
I don't even think I belong in that picture.
I think someone begged to differ. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much.
All right, Bob.
All right, Michelle, thanks. Can you be any more matter of fact and self-deprecating than Chris Boswell? But he did, as he said, put it through the yellow pipes 6 times, and that was the difference in the game as the Steelers win it 18-16. So 4 teams remain. Let's take a look at what remains, and it's the conference championship games. First in Atlanta, in terms of what you'll see on television, it'll be the Falcons and the Packers, a matchup of 2 MVP candidate quarterbacks, Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers. These teams met back in October. Atlanta won at the Georgia Dome 33-32. Green Bay, though, is on a roll, winning 8 games in a row. The game will be at 3:05 Eastern on Fox. Then at 6:40 on CBS, the top-seeded Patriots, also winners of 8 straight, hosting the Steelers. As you heard Michelle mention, New England beat the Steelers earlier this year year, but Roethlisberger was out of that game with an injury. Tom Brady, by the way, is 16-3 in his playoff career at Foxborough, and he'll be trying to go to the Super Bowl for the 7th time in his career. The final score here, the Steelers 18 and the Chiefs 16. Al and Chris will wrap things up from Arrowhead in Kansas City after this.
Oh, the fishes will laugh as they smile off the pack, and the seagulls, they be smiling, and the rocks on the sand.
So peaceful up here.
Yeah.
Introducing the new turbocharged Volkswagen All-Track with 4Motion all-wheel drive, soon to be everywhere.
You know that moment? The moment you realize you need to do something with your old 401k. When you changed jobs, you certainly didn't take a sabbatical. You didn't even go on vacation. So why should your retirement savings? Welcome to the new Scott Trade. Whether you know where you're going or need guidance to get there, we're here to help. Now is your moment.
I used to ask if you could hear me now, but I switched to Sprint. Their network reliability is now within 1% of Verizon. And get this, with Sprint's new unlimited plan, you have the freedom to do virtually whatever you want.
Is there no worrying about gigabytes, megabytes, overages, billphobia?
That's the dream right there.
Well, then Mama is gonna text, ping, post, tweet, snap.
Can you hear that?
Get unlimited mobile optimized data, talk, and text. Plus, get $800 to spend any way you want when you switch a family of 4 to Sprint. That's $200 for every line you bring.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Whitney, take a look at this one.
You'll never make it as a cowboy dressed like that. That's a lot of leather.
The man is wearing spurs.
Not just anyone could be a cowboy like Jason Witten.
Let's do this.
But anyone could save money on car insurance with Geico. Geico. See how much you could save.
Welcome back to the Volkswagen Golf All-Track Post-Game Report. Here now, Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth.
And so 18-16 is the final score. Pittsburgh is on its way to New England. Bill Belichick, at least I read today, said to his team last night, if you don't play any better than you did against the Texans last night, you're not going to win. Of course, that's Bill just trying to get his team to play better every week. They take on Pittsburgh. Your initial thoughts about that matchup next week?
Well, I think we've all seen this story before, right? Since 1970, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers in 16 AFC Conference Championship games and the Patriots in 13. We have the best quarterbacks left in football out there knocking heads one more time. Ben Roethlisberger, of course, going up against Tom Brady, and then Aaron Rodgers against Matt Ryan, who's been simply sensational during the course of this season. It has been a fabulous year. The games that remain are going to be spectacular. The Super Bowl is going to be spectacular, and it's probably finished up with the right teams.
Comes down, by the way, today a couple of kicks. I mean, at the end of the game, Mason Crosby wins it with a 51-yarder. Boswell kicks 6 field goals here. You look at that Atlanta-Green Bay matchup, and a great day for Atlanta because they get the home game instead of having to go to Dallas. Ryan, of course, could very well be the MVP. Rodgers could be the MVP any given year, of course, but that'll be a spectacular matchup.
It really will be, and so many times we talk about it, though, and it's the quarterbacks. Follow the quarterbacks. And the guys that had the great years at the quarterback position. But in the AFC, I think you have to pay a little bit of attention to the fact the Pittsburgh Steelers defense was tremendous out here tonight. They've been on a great run. And the New England Patriots defense may be the most underrated group in all the National Football League. They've been sensational all season long. So we'll see how that great game comes out.
A lot of hot teams playing next week. We'll be watching on television. Fred Godelli, Drew Esikoff, our entire crew. We thank you guys. What a great year it's been. You, partner?
Been fun.
I'll miss you, kid. Sunday night, Thursday night, Tuesday morning. It's been quite a season. 18-16 is the final score as Pittsburgh wins it, and that'll do it from Kansas City. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle DeFoya, Heather Cox, and our entire gang here at NBC. We'll see you next season And it's good night from Kansas City. You've been watching NBC's divisional playoff.
NBC Sports thanks you for watching this special presentation of the National Football League.
Manchester City, Tottenham, Saturday at 12:30 on NBC. When super battles are above, watch out below. Powerless starts February 2nd.
100% Kevin called it, definitely.
Yes. 2 days before schools were closed.
That snow chance comes in Thursday mid to late morning, lingers through the afternoon.
No school, of course my kids were super happy about that.
The first snowfall of the year.
Snow chance here at home on Thursday. Could have some slick spots. Could be our first accumulation.
Kevin called it.
He did call it. He called it right on. He said it was coming in about 7, 8 o'clock this morning, and it did.
Get the earliest alert for what to expect next. Kevin Harnett and the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team.
At Jeff Weiler Honda, our no money down lease includes sales tax, license, title, and all fees. At Jeff Weiler Honda, no money down means no money down. Go to JeffWeilerDixieHonda.com, or better yet, come see us today, just off the Watterson on the Dixie.
Right now.
Firefighters up and down Dixie Highway.
Breaking details, we are cooling back down.
Accidents that have been taking place.
The newest information.
Huge concern for folks waking up.
Turn the camera around. This is what it looks like beginning to clean up this mess.
From Wave 3 News Sunrise. Sports Director Kent Taylor, weeknights on Wave 3 News. Expect more right now. You're watching Wave 3 News.
A Nelson County family says they know who killed their son and are desperate to take their case to court after waiting for more than a year for the trial. Thanks for joining us for Wave 3 News. I'm Natalia Martinez. Wave 3 News reporter Jabina Fortson spoke with the victim's family. And Jabina, they think that they can't get justice in Nelson County.
That's right. They want the trial moved to Jefferson County. Alexander Rogers of Bloomfield was charged with 18-year-old Rashid Wickless murder. But right now, he's not even in jail. And the family believes racial bias has something to do with it.
It hurts. We don't have closure.
Gwen Wycliffe and her husband are now the voice for their son Rashid. He was stabbed to death in December of 2015 in what police call a drug deal gone bad.
You know, in Nelson County and Bardstown, we will never have a black jury on that trial because everybody in Nelson County knows us all. And then that automatically disqualify them to be a juror.
Which is why the family is trying to get the trial of Alexander Roberts, the man accused of killing their son, moved out of the county, believing racial bias is impacting the case. They say an attorney told them this.
And there's no way we're going to find 12 jurors to convict Alex Roberts of murder.
And that's just the latest setback for the Wycliffes. They've been waiting on this trial for more than a year, delay after delay, watching Roberts' bond reduce. Last summer, they were presented with a plea deal to charge him with reckless endangerment rather than murder. And last November, the judge ruled it a mistrial because Roberts was brought into the courtroom wearing shackles in front of prospective jurors.
Alex Roberts got to go home with his family. Gwen and Ricky had to go to the gravesite on Christmas Day to be with our son.
But the Wycliffes refused to give up.
If we have the knowledge and the understanding to stand up and do something about it, we're going to do everything we can, and we're going to have this case go to trial.
The family has filed a motion to have the judge working their son's case removed because they believe he has personal relationships with the Roberts family. Roberts has a pretrial conference scheduled for this month. Jobina Fordson, Wave 3 News.
Police are still searching for the shooter after a man was killed early this morning. The victim was found on Vermont Avenue and is believed to be in his 20s. It's the second homicide in Louisville this year and the first shooting death. Neighbors hope to avoid a repeat of last year's record-breaking violence.
And so it's really is a time that we're going to have to put our boots to the ground very seriously. If not, we're going to end up with what we got last year.
In 2014, another man, Ivan Bailey, was shot to death just yards away. Police have released the name of a man found dead in Adair County last month. The remains of 63-year-old Lawrence Cheisman were found at the bottom of an embankment on Highway 55. His cause of death has not been released and police are still investigating. And now turning to weather, a soggy end to the weekend. But before you make those plans for tomorrow, let's check in with meteorologist Tawana Andrew. Tawana.
We are still going to need that umbrella for a bit on our Monday, but right now what we're seeing, patchy fog and drizzle across the area, and we're going to continue to deal with this as we head later into tonight, into tomorrow. So in terms of our fog, we're seeing patchy fog here and there, visibility 2.5 miles in Fort Knox, 3 in Seymour and Madison, but it's just fine in Louisville. But as we head into the night and into tomorrow, we're going to see more and more of this fog form, especially if we see more breaks in the cloud cover across wave country. So we are starting to see some of those breaks here and there, but mainly holding on to a lot of those clouds across our area. Now, temperature-wise, have not changed much over the past couple of hours, still sitting in the lower 30s in many portions of southern Indiana, and then the lower 40s in parts of Kentucky, and these temperatures going to stay basically the same as we head on over into the night. Now, big warm up is on the way, and it starts tomorrow. I'll let you know all about that in my full forecast.
Thanks, Tawana. The night before Martin Luther King Day, an event to honor the civil rights icon. This was the 7th year for the Keepers of the Dream event at the Kentucky Center for the Arts. The event focuses on racial justice. Mayor Greg Fisher presented this year's Freedom Award to Manfred Reed Sr., a longtime advocate for affordable housing.
Whatever struggles we had to go through, we had to get back up and start all over again.
There were several performers this year, from dancers to musicians and storytellers. As lawmakers move closer to repealing the Affordable Care Act, Democrats are appealing directly to voters to try to save the law. Today, Congressman John Yarmuth and other Louisville Democrats held a forum to discuss the impact of the potential repeal. Yarmuth said it could cause tens of thousands of Kentuckians to lose coverage, but Republican leaders say they'll have a replacement plan. The forum was part of a nationwide effort with more than 70 events being held across the country today. Yarmuth also injected himself into the feud between his fellow Democratic Congressman John Lewis and the president-elect. He took to Twitter yesterday to defend Lewis while calling Trump ignorant. The firestorm started when Lewis said he doesn't think Trump is a legitimate president. Trump responded by saying that Lewis was all talk and no action, failing his district. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has the latest on the controversy.
An inauguration dress rehearsal in Washington, D.C. Sunday, with stand-ins being used for President-elect Donald Trump and running mate Mike Pence. 5 days to go before he takes the oath of office, Trump criticized former President George W. Bush for invading Iraq in an interview with the Times of London.
Possibly the worst decision ever made in the history of our country. We've unleashed, it's like throwing rocks into a beehive.
This as a firestorm is still brewing between Trump and civil rights icon Congressman John Lewis.
I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president.
That prompted the president-elect to unleash a tirade of tweets, the latest saying Congressman John Lewis should finally focus on the burning and crime-infested inner cities of the U.S. Lewis and a handful of other congressional Democrats are boycotting the inauguration. The Trump team says President Obama should stop this.
To do this to President-elect Trump 5 days before he puts his hand on the Bible, it's just wrong.
But President Obama's chief of staff says it's Trump who should extend an olive branch.
My hope would be that the president-elect will reach out to somebody as consequential and as somebody who is such a leader as John Lewis.
This isn't the only controversy facing the incoming president. Across the country Sunday, Democratic lawmakers rallied with thousands in over 40 cities against Trump and Republican plans to repeal Obamacare. But not all Democrats are supporting a boycott of the inauguration. In fact, Hillary and Bill Clinton plan to attend. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
On Wednesday, 46 LMPD officers will be heading up to D.C. for the presidential inauguration. They'll be there among officers from across the country. It's estimated that nearly 900,000 people will attend the swearing-in ceremony and parade. LMPD has played a role in the inauguration since 2003. The officers are selected by merit, and they come from various units and divisions.
Officers coming from all over the country, and actually I'd say our participation is probably about medium. It's very crowded. We get there, like I said, our roll call is probably about 2:30. We'll be on site on the street 4 a.m.
Lieutenant Berman says his officers will be positioned in front of the FBI building in D.C. They get sworn in by U.S. Marshals, so they do have federal arrest powers if needed. And just a reminder, you can catch the presidential inauguration of Donald Trump right here on NBC and Wave 3 News Friday, January 20th. We'll have live coverage beginning at 10 that morning. Now, coverage will not wrap up until 3 that afternoon, meaning that all your daytime programming will not air in its normal time slot. Well, coming up, the circus is leaving town. See why the greatest show on earth calls it quits.
This is Jane. Jane is always on the go, bouncing from home to work to this meeting to that business trip. Jane wishes she could stay connected to here, because here is what matters most. And nobody keeps you connected to here better than Wave 3 News. Download the all-new improved Wave 3 News mobile app in your app store. Customize it to exactly what you want from it. And know that wherever life takes you, you're never too far away. The all-new and improved Wave 3 News mobile app. Download it for free right now.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there was only one Special Edition? Because actually there's 5.
Nice. Strength and style.
Use your Auto Show bonus cash and get an average total value of $7,150 on Chevy Silverado All-Star Editions. Plus, find your tag to get an additional $1,000 on select Chevy vehicles. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
I know it's old-fashioned, but I don't have a cell phone. So when my landline cut out, we just felt so isolated.
The power was down on the entire block. It was a Saturday, so the kids were home. Hey.
I wouldn't say that I'm addicted, but when I lost my cable and internet, I was paralyzed.
You have no idea what they put me through.
And all because my neighbors didn't call 811. Did they, honey?
For more information, visit www.call811.com.
Oh, no. Not again.
This January on Bounce.
Some dollars. See, that's what we need to do. Rob the bank. Ready, set,
Stop looking at me like that.
You help these people first, and then we'll be on our way.
I want my son. I need something I can set it off with. Could you be more urban, more black?
And we have a power. Down. That's enough.
I can't imagine not having Wave 3 News on in the morning.
Welcome to Sunrise. I'm John Ball.
And I'm Lauren Jones. What's happening right now?
It's all unfolding at East Broadway.
House fire in the Portland neighborhood.
5 people made it out to safety. Police in Jeffersonville.
I know I'm getting valuable information from Christy and Brian.
The 2 lanes are being blocked.
It feels like 10 degrees in Louisville.
Wave 3 really does an outstanding job reporting what's accurate.
Traffic headache to tell you about the results. Extensive.
I know what I need to know every morning watching Wave 3. It's awesome.
The most famous circus of all, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, will close later this year after entertaining generations for decades. The greatest show on earth has struggled to attract a new generation of fans. NBC's Dan Sheneman reports.
The big top will come down for good. After 146 years of performances, the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus will close in May. The company that operates the circus says ticket sales, which had been in decline for years, dropped off dramatically after elephants were removed from the show. That decision followed long and costly legal battles with animal rights activists who believe the end is long overdue.
And for more than 14 decades, Ringling Brothers have been abusing and killing their animal performers. We are so glad that this is finally coming to an end.
Changing tastes also hurt the circus. Nick Wallenda, who comes from a long line of performers, said Ringling Brothers didn't keep up with the times.
The circus world's going to continue on. I believe that Ringling maybe just didn't make the right adjustments to keep it alive.
Fans say it marks the end of an era. In Miami, parents and their children lined up for a final trip to the circus.
I have great memories going with my family, and it's just another thing that they don't get to experience, that's something that from our childhood that we did.
The greatest show on earth will not go on. Dan Sheneman, NBC News.
A local high school principal is heading to the Dominican Republic to build a school. Meade County High School principal Mark Adams is leaving for the Dominican Republic tomorrow with a Life Touch Memory mission. The school is for children and families in a small farming community in Constanza. This trip marks the 6th to the specific town for the company. Adams will return on January 24th. And Indiana lawmakers pushing for harsher penalties for would-be toll dodgers. A bill by Representative Ed Clear would impose an extra $500 fine on people who hide their license plates. That money would go to the toll authority if it happens in a county with a toll road or any neighboring counties. Otherwise, it goes to the State Highway Fund. The bill is currently being considered by the Indiana House's Roads and Transportation Committee. Well, the Martin Luther King Motorcade Parade is tomorrow morning, so Tawana, will the rain stay away?
Well, we can't rule out a slight shower or two, but it should be mainly dry for the morning. And we could even see a little bit of sunshine for the early afternoon hours for those of you who have been holding on to hope for that sunshine. But what we're dealing right now is a whole lot of cloud cover, still seeing some patchy fog across the area, which could actually get a little bit worse in the morning, especially on your morning commute, if some of those clouds start to break overnight. So we're going to continue to monitor the cloud cover as we head on over the next couple of hours. Temperature-wise, however, the clouds will have an effect on this. As we head over the next couple of hours, we're not going to see a huge change in our temperatures thanks to those clouds acting like a blanket, trapping that heat and keeping those temperatures from moving very much. So right now we're seeing temperatures in the mid-30s across southern Indiana. We're seeing 43 near Campbellsville and Columbia. So we have a bit of a difference in terms of our temperatures, but they'll remain mainly stagnant over the next several hours. So you're still going to need a light jacket as you head on out the door for tomorrow. So right now, most of the heavy rain off to our east and then off to our west as well. We have that low pressure system, the same one that's been causing all that problem with the ice in the Midwest, going to be pushing towards our area. Now, we're not going to be dealing with ice, but we will be dealing with some showers and a few thunderstorms across our area for Tuesday. So for Monday, just going to be cloudy, going to start off in the 30s, slowly make our way up into the upper 50s, and we're going to see some of those clouds break for the afternoon hours. Now, Monday night, that's when we're going to see more and more of those showers start to creep into our area, and we're going to have a wet start for our Tuesday. So if you have any commuting plans on Tuesday, make sure you pack it and let a little bit of extra time into your plans, because we will definitely need those plans, those extra time on Tuesday morning. Now, as those showers move out in the afternoon, clouds are going to stick around, but temperatures will once again warm up into the 60s. So those of you who don't like those colder temperatures, this is the week for you. So drizzle and a little bit of fog overnight, cloudy skies once again dropping down to 40 degrees for our low, and then for our Monday, seeing those temperatures jump up to near 60, keeping those cloudy skies as well as those showers moving in later on Monday night. Now, the reason that we are really going to warm up on Tuesday is because of that front that's going to be the same one bringing us that rain. Now, we're going to see a whole lot of southerly flow ahead of this front, really ramping our temperatures up into the 60s. And then after that front and the rain passes, temperatures returning to the 30s to start off our Wednesday. So we'll see cooler temperatures on Wednesday, making it up to around 54 degrees for our high. Then Thursday, jumping back up into the 60s and staying in the 60s throughout the end of our week and into the weekend. By Saturday, we could be sitting near 70 degrees here in wave country. So some very, very warm air is going to be making its way into our area. Now, we will be a little bit drier towards the end of our week. Still going to see some showers in the area, but it's not till Sunday that we can see a little bit more of that heavy rain return to the forecast. But not going to really need those heavy jackets at all this week.
Right, just the galoshes and the raincoats instead.
Exactly. Just pretend you're in Seattle or London, you know, somewhere else. Kind of add a little mysticalness to the rain, right?
I'll let you tell it. Thanks, Tawana. Louisville native Justin Thomas has a weekend to remember, shattering several PGA Tour records. Highlights of his final round in Hawaii next in sports.
There's a place in America where you can almost see Russia. Which means there's a place in Russia where you can definitely hear America.
Returning FCA lessees get $5,500 total cash allowance on the purchase of a 2017 Dodge Journey GT.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now, you'll get an 11% rebate on everything in the store, including thousands of sale items. Whether it's simple updates or large renovations, you'll save 11% on all of it. Now's the perfect time to finish those projects and get ready for the next big thing. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale price items, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
More people than ever are choosing Nissan, making us North America's fastest growing auto brand in 2016. Take on 2017 and get the safety you'd expect, the fuel efficiency you need, and America's best truck warranty. Get to Nissan's Take On 2017 event for 0% financing for up to 72 months on the 2016 Altima, or get a low $189 per month lease on Rogue.
I grew up on a farm like this. I'm fortunate because my parents taught me the value of hard work. I went to law school because I wanted to help people. At Kaufman and Stigger, we help people fight to get the money they deserve. Injured, put our experience to work for you.
Snow day. Yes, Kevin called it.
Winter weather is here, and it's not going anywhere. No before the snow. On air on Wave 3 News, and right now with the Wave 3 News and Wave 3 weather apps. Get the earliest alert for what's coming next and what you can expect on the ride to work from the Wave 3 weather app. And get school closings in real time right now on the Wave 3 News app. No one knows winter weather in Wave Country like Kevin Harned and the Wave 3 News storm tracking team. Wave 3 News and News Radio 840 WHAS. News and weather partners, keeping you up to date on what's happening right now on TV, radio, and on mobile.
Join us for a celebration of incredible women. The Center for Women and Families Celebration of Service and Survival on February 17th at the Marriott downtown. Make your reservations or purchase a raffle ticket at thecenteronline.org.
A record-breaking weekend for Louisville native Justin Thomas. On Thursday, Justin became the youngest pro to shoot a 59. It would continue through the weekend. Justin had a 7-shot lead coming into today's final round at the Sony Open. That lead would continue to grow. He birdies 9 to move to 23 under par for the tournament. He would finish the round with 6 total birdies. Then on 18, chasing another tour record, he drills another beautiful approach shot. He just needs a 2-putt from there to set the PGA record for lowest tournament score ever. He taps in the birdie to finish the tournament at 27 under par, 253 for the weekend, setting that record. Thomas wins for the 4th time in his career, already 3 wins this season, including back-to-back weeks.
Set the 72-hole scoring record right there. Your thoughts on that?
That's awesome. I remember someone saying it in a press conference, something like that. I needed 10 under on the weekend, so I told Jimmy with 2 holes left, I was like, we need to get one of these last 2, and that's awesome. It's been an unbelievable week. Unforgettable.
This weekend alone, at 23 years old, Justin became the youngest player to shoot a 59 in a tour event, set the lowest 36-hole record at 123, tied the lowest 54-hole score, and his final score of 253 is the lowest score ever in a PGA event. The NFL playoffs have been blowouts all the whole weekend until today. The Steelers and Chiefs moved to prime time because of icy conditions in Kansas City. 3-0 Pittsburgh in the first quarter when the Chiefs' Alex Smith finally gets someone on the board with a touchdown. He rolls out his Albert Wilson for the score, 7-3 KC. Fourth quarter, 18-10 Steelers when the Chiefs strike again. Spencer Ware scores from the 1, 18-16. The Chiefs have to go for 2 to tie it. Smith completes it to Demetrius Harris in the back of the end zone, but is called back for a holding. They have to try it again from 10 yards further out. That last chance is tipped. The ball falls incomplete. The Steelers are in New England next week. They win with the record 6 Chris Boswell field goals, 18-16.
It was just about doing my job. Come out here, put it through the yellow pipes, and don't really think too much. Don't think like I'm the guy or anything. I'm just out here doing my job. And
The Packers and Cowboys played a classic earlier in the day. Didn't look that way early, though. Green Bay's Ty Montgomery dives in from the 2 for his second first-half touchdown. Packers led 21-3, but the Cowboys answered 28-20 Green Bay in the 4th when Dallas's Dak Prescott hits Des Bryant over the middle for the score. They add the 2-point conversion. We're tied at 28. Tied at 31 after a bunch of field goals. 3rd and 20 for Aaron Rodgers. He buys time, hits Jared Cook, who makes the unbelievable grab on the sidelines. A 35-yard gain on 3rd and 20. 3 seconds to go, and Mason Crosby drills the 51-yarder to win it. Packers break the Cowboys' heart. They win 34-31. They're at Atlanta next week.
I mean, he's the best kicker in the league, and he's got to do it outdoors for much of the season on a tough field at times, and he's so reliable for us. I know he's made a bunch in a row in the playoffs. It's just incredible.
Well, after wins over Kansas and North Carolina to start the season, IU looked like one of the best teams in the country. Then December came. James Blackman Jr. honored for joining the 1,000-point club before taking on Rutgers this afternoon. Blackman led IU with scoring. He had 16, but was 0 for 8 behind the arc. Took a bunch of shots to get those 16 points. So Hoosiers led 41-32 at the break. IU broke it open in the second half. OG Anunoby slams on 2 of his 11 points off the bench. He also had a career-high 7 steals. IU wins 76-57. They moved to 2-3 in conference play. The 9th-ranked U of L women have had their troubles closing out games in the 4th quarter. They tried to change that this afternoon against Miami in the KFC Yum Center. Wave 3 sports reporter Brian Winter was there.
It might be Sunday, but the atmosphere was electric at the Yum Center for a top 15 showdown between the Cards and the Hurricanes. We're going to jump straight to the 4th. 3 minutes ago, Cards up 2 when Mariah Moore drains 3 of her game-high 24 points. Moments later now, with the shot clock winding down with nowhere to go, Breonna Jackson hits the fadeaway to seal the deal over Miami 63-59.
Once we can get everybody just playing good, not great, just good, I mean, we're going to be a hard team to play against.
I think that's what pretty much won us the game was our ability to rebound during the clutch times.
We're boxing out, and they come in, and they clean them up. So if we can rebound, then we can run in transition, get easy baskets, and we win.
The Cards were all over the glass, out-rebounding Miami by 15, as we'll see if they can duplicate this performance on Wednesday when they host Georgia Tech at 7. From the KFC Yum Center, I'm Brian Winter, Wave 3 Sports.
That's Wave 3 Sports intern Courtney Walton pulling down the rebounds for U of L. Also, the UK women also winners today.
I see how you finished with a loss of UM, just to kind of rub it in.
I didn't even think about that.
Sure.
Help if you're not good at anything.
Well, coming up, after years on the run, a fugitive from Indiana is back in custody. We'll show you the technology that helped track him down.
We want to make it the best place that it could be.
There's not a more compassionate city.
This community here in Wave Country is absolutely phenomenal.
Thousands of angels adopted. 7,229 kids. We're going to be able to help them.
Provide a brighter Christmas for children.
We're just celebrating all of our young people going back to school.
Will we be ready tomorrow to make a difference?
And help them learn to read.
The dream continues for many of our area swimmers.
And World is a first-time Olympian.
You believe you're going to the Olympics? No.
Is Lincoln Briggs.
Has it been just the craziest experience?
It's equivalent to a dream.
His name is on the trophy. Lamar Jackson, now a Heisman Trophy winner.
Our Wave Country champion.
Champion!
How much love there is for Muhammad Ali in this crowd.
A moment they'll never forget for the rest of their lives.
You've been planning it for months. So a sudden snowfall isn't gonna stop you. Because your Mazda's all-wheel drive can predict and adapt to changing road conditions.